EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! 44's Mike. Check, check. Okay, double up.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Foles. This is Jeff Swain, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Nick! Nick!
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Good! 180! Check, check. I'm on.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Tonight, 180. 44. Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go with a big bang Fournette. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Leonard Fournette. Stop short of the marker on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 16 yards, a 1st down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Following the interception, Mayfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Foles. He hits Blue. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Now Foles. And able to find Conley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Foles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
One through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Mayfield being chased out left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And again, it's Chubb. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45.
13. Watch the boot.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. His throw incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at the top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting,
Odell Beckham Jr. and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 57 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Take it at the 37. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 10.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Yeah. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. Caught left side. It's Beckham. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 51 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to kill the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Here's Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. The Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.